All right, good afternoon. Today we are going to work on a new art project. Can anybody tell me what last month was? Just the name of the month. Easiest question of the day. Name of the month. Go ahead. February. That is correct. What an excellent answer. Anybody tell me what that month is? What do we celebrate for that month? Anybody want to tell me what we celebrate for that month? Black History Month. If you'll grab the assignment in front of you, everybody reach out. There's an assignment in front of you. If you could grab that. There's also a rubric. Grab that. Take a look at that. Get acquainted with it. We are going to go over that. That's going to be the grading scale for today. Our objective for this lesson is that we are going to use technology to draw and list accomplishments of an African American that y'all are inspired by. You will be able to use punctuation correctly to set off non-restrictive elements. So we're going to do a literacy project in art with a tad bit of research. This is a rubric. This is going to be the grading scale to which we assess each other. It's a Black History Month biography. You will choose a distinguished African American figure, past or present, that you admire or respect. Draw a portrait-style picture of the person that you choose, as well as write their birthday, where they were born, if and when they have died, and where. You must also list 3 accomplishments that they have or had in complete sentence form, minimum of 2 sentences each. You will use your Chromebook to be able to identify all of these objectives. The Chromebook is the technology. When you list the accomplishments, you will be using the punctuation. Those are our objectives today. So you will notice that on the grading scale, it has basic, better, and best. What do you guys think we're going to be achieving today? What's our goal to get? Best. That is correct. So we've got your portrait style picture. Your basic is worth 1 point. Who would like to read that to me? Basic, 1 point, portrait style picture. Jacoby.
This drawing is easily recognizable as the design in the back of the image.
That would be best. That is correct. Who would like to read basic on that? Who would like to read? Go ahead, Maddox.
Students drawing shows they spent little to no time.
Students drawing little to no time. And what about better? Better is a little in between, halfway worth the points.
Students drawing has a few features, but still looks as if they rushed through it.
Has a few features, but it looks like they rushed through it. All right, so everybody has a table mate, correct? Except you. I'll be your table mate. All right. Confer with the person. Confer with the person across from you on the table. Look on the board. The top is the drawings. We've got 1, 2, and 3. One of those is basic. One of those is better. And one of those is best. Confer with your table mate of which one you think is all 3. Which one do you think is basic? Which one do you think is better? And which one do you think is best? Well, obviously, yeah. I definitely had to make a copy of that. I didn't want to have to draw it on the board. So which one do you think is basic?
3.
And better?
2, because it has a head.
Right. Okay. All right. Raise your hand if you think the best is number 3. Raise your hand if you thought that's where I did my best. Now, I worked pretty hard on that, so I don't know why y'all aren't raising your hands. All right. This was not my best. No? Can somebody tell me why this wasn't my best? Raise your hand. Somebody tell me why. Marley? It's a stick person. You didn't mean to tell me that that's not somebody's best? If I just went up here and just drew a circle with a stick person and a smiley face?
I would be pretty good if you were a preschool.
Right. Agreed. And we're not. So, which one do you think this is? Raise your hand if you think this is better. Close. Almost got you. Raise your hand if you think it's basic. Yes, basic. That's pretty basic. Is this one best? Is this one best? Why is this one not best?
Because it looks like you just scribbled and just drew whatever you wanted.
Right? It's got some features on it though. I mean, I got a nose. He's got like a lazy eye right here. You can kind of see his teeth. I don't know what happened to his body, but we're not going to talk about it. That's best? No. So which one do you think this is? Best? Yeah, I took my time on this. So, correct. So we are looking to get best. I'm aware that not everybody can do this, but you are going to do the best of your ability. It's not going to be rushing through it. You're going to do the best of your ability. Now, list of birthday, place, born, died, and place died is the next tagline that we're going to go through. I want someone to read me the basic first. Read me the basic first. Harper. Students listed only one. What about better? What about better? Takaya?
Student listed 2 or 3.
2 or 3, and best is
Student listed all 4.
all 4. All right. Once again, confer with your table mate, and I want you to decide which one is basic, which one is better, and which one is best. And then I want you to tell me why. Confer once again with the person across from you. Yeah.
Didn't you say alive or dead, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what about
It's a great question. We're going to go over it. That's a great question. We're going to go over that. Good question. We're about to go over that. All right. So, this time I want you to stick your hands up with fingers up, and I want you to tell me which one was best. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Best. Fingers up. 1, 2, or 3 is the best. 1, 2, or 3 is the best. Fingers up. I need to see every finger. Fingers up. Fingers up. Fingers up. All right. Majority rules. We've got ones on everybody. Who wants to tell me why number 1 is the best? Who wants to tell me why number 1 is the best? There. All 4. So this is Hank Aaron. He was born February 5th, 1934 in Mobile, Alabama. He died January 22nd, which was only like 6 weeks ago, in Atlanta, Georgia. Had a great question by Harper, who said, well, what happens if you pick somebody that hasn't died? Well, I've got an answer for that. If they have not died, you will write like a little line in between it. So your box shows like this, and it says died. You would just write a little line, because I want to know that you know that they're not dead. I don't want you to think that because he's dead, but you wouldn't know if I just left it blank. So I need you to know he didn't. Or you could say not died, but that's going to be the easiest part. Next up is list of accomplishments. This might be the most important because this is where we're going to do our objective for punctuation. I'm going to go ahead and read these out. We've got basic as student listed 1 accomplishment with 2 sentences. Student listed 1 accomplishment with 2 sentences. Raise your hand with a finger and tell me which number, 1, 2, or 3, looks like student listed only 1 accomplishment with 2 sentences. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. 3. 3. It says Hank Aaron was a professional baseball player. He played for the Atlanta Braves. That's a pretty cool accomplishment, but it's only 1. That is worth basic. So I pulled that over. Same thing. Then I also said he played for 23 seasons and he held the home run record. Which one would that be? Raise your hand and tell me which one that would be. Number 2, which is what? Better. Absolutely. They listed 2 accomplishments with 2 complete sentences. And finally, best is 3. Pulled the same 2. He played in 25 All-Star games. He accomplished all this during the Civil Rights Movement. So, last part. This is an art class. It is mostly a coloring sheet. So you are going to color it once you are finished. You are going to color it. Basic. Who wants to read me that for coloring sheet? Basic. Who wants to read me the basic of the coloring sheet? Somebody that hasn't gone. There we go. Students color the minimum amount. As you can see, number 3 has very minimal amount. Who wants to read better? Better. I want to read better. Specialist. Better. Miss G.
Students colored about half of the page.
Half the page. And best? Jacoby? Student colored the whole page. That is correct. You will notice on 3 is basic. I even did it all for you. This entire thing is basic. Basic drawing, basic birthday, basic accomplishment, basic coloring. You can look up here and see what I'm expecting. This is the best. So, what I need you to do is I need you to write your name at the top of this rubric. Here in a moment, you're going to get your Chromebooks out. You are going to look up a distinguished African American. You're going to look up these facts about them. Once you are finished, I am completely aware that you may not finish today, but we will definitely finish next time. Once you are finished, you will do a self-assessment with this rubric. You will go through and circle what you think you did. If you think you did the best, you'll circle it. If you think you did better, you'll circle it. And then I will assess it. And I know, right? And hopefully we're on the same page of these assessments. Does anyone have any questions before we begin? Yes. You see my pirouette?
Can you do anyone?
You can do anyone, any African American that you're distinguished. We're celebrating Black History Month. We're a little delayed because of the snow. This is something that I definitely wanted to do. Any other questions? That was a great question. Any other questions? All right. Y'all get your Chromebooks out. We can get started.